I would be busting my ass trying to find as much work as I possibly could. You know, like I would make sure that like, you know, meals were made.
I'd be straight chilling. I think I'd play with a lot of my old toys to see if it was still as fun as I remember it. Damien says, at first I thought this was like a question that we covered 1,000 times. So I was like, oh, poor guy just needs to go find it somewhere else.
Poor Damien.
But it's more specific than that.
Okay.
And that was my own problem for jumping to conclusions.
Break down.
Damien says, any advice for moving across the country? And there's where my brain shut off. And then he said, I'm moving in with family for a fresh start.
Oh.
So this is like the reverse of like what we already have life experience doing. This is like,
So he's moving across the country to go be back with his family.
Be back with his family. So I said, do you have a thing?
Go ahead.
I said, first of all, it's such a cool thing the more of your family that you get along with, man, that's a valuable, cool thing to have. And I think if I was in your position, I would go talk to the oldest members of my family about anything I didn't have direct experience with. Like to hear how, I don't have any grandparents left, but to hear how my grandparents got through, you know, their 30s. That was something I never asked them when they were alive.
Yeah.
Like, how were your 30s different from
Moms and dads?
Moms and dads or mine or your parents?
Yeah.
Just like I would ask my grandparents and even my mom and dad about more of the things that they've learned, you know?
Yeah, I feel like we talk about that, a lot of that stuff, like with your parents, like
Now
as things like happen. Like I know I do with my mom too.
Yeah.
But I remember my mom's 30s. As weird as that sounds, like I remember a lot of them. So it's like
I was focused on me when my mom was
yeah.
in her 30s.
Well, your parents didn't have you until they were in their 30s, right?
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, my mom was 30 having her last kid.
Right.
So, and I was like 7.
Your family hits different.
Yeah.
Your family slaps different when it hits.
I mean, if it's like circumstantial and like you have to move back in with your parents or whatever, you know, whether it's you lost a job, saving money, doing whatever, that's fine. But I feel like moving in with family as an adult should definitely be temporary.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with 2 of my friends yesterday, and you know, if you're living with family members or your parents again, if you're moving back in or, you know, like after college or whatever it is, it's almost like you have to treat it like you're a roommate, right? And
you can't get super comfortable like when you were 14.
Right. Like it's not your mom's job to wash your fucking dishes. It's
Right.
not your mom's job to do your fucking laundry.
That's a great, very
You know,
practical piece of advice.
I think that a lot of people are like, oh, I'm fucking home. Let me just, you know, do whatever. And it's
I'm
like,
home. I don't have to do dishes.
yeah, no, that's not how it works. You're an adult
Yeah.
living with adults.
Yeah.
So, you know, pull your weight, take out the garbage, you know, give them a couple $100 for groceries and whatever, you know, like you can't just automatically assume that they're just going to take care of you, you know, just because, you know.
Always
and if you
bring home a
can't,
cake.
yeah, or if you can't contribute in in a financial way, make sure that you are cleaning and vacuuming and taking out the garbage and, you know,
It's like you're
helping
going
in
into...
any way you can. Sorry.
No. I interrupted
Stop
you.
interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
I was just going to say I was just piggybacking off of what you said. Like you're going to live in a different community. So you got to be like a productive part of the community.
Yeah, because it's not fair, you know? Like I can't imagine moving back at my mom's, or even like if God forbid we had to like move home because we needed to like save money or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like there wouldn't be one thing that wouldn't be done. Like the house would always be clean. I would be busting my ass trying to find as much work as I possibly could. You know, like I would make sure that like, you know, meals were made, you know.
I'd be straight chilling. I think I'd play with a lot of my old toys to see if it was still as fun as I remember it.
Build an apartment in your parents' basement.
I'd build a base.
Yeah.
And then I would sit crisscross applesauce and set up a tournament with my wrestling figures.
Your mom would throw something at you.
After the tournament. Be dope if she threw some Cheez-Its or a sandwich down there. Man, how dope would it be if I had some chicken tenders and fucking, you know what I mean?